And we are back now. Hope you enjoyed those little clips as we got the clean feed all ready. We were ready to cast, and then they got out of game, so had to scrap those plans entirely. ByuN did take game number 1 of this best of 3 semifinals, so we are now jumping into game number 2 on Neo Humanity.
Let's go, Bobby. Let's go. As you were saying, we are jumping in mid-series. Unfortunately, game 1 was transpiring as we were in the ace match of Cure versus Showtime. And to be fair, I'm okay with that. You know, Cure versus Showtime was a blast. It was back and forth. It was very dynamic. And I hope that this series is the same.
And I think it should be, as of course, it's ByuN versus Dark. It is a very long and storied TVZ, and we are going to be continuing it. Pardon me. Here on Neo Humanity, where over here in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, spawning all the way in the bottom right-hand side, we have our blue Zerg player coming down the land from the land of Korea. He, of course, is going to be representing Dragon Kaizi Gaming, DKG. He is the rebellious eldest son of light. He is Dark.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner, going for his own opener that he has popularized here over the past couple of months. We have the South Korean Terran player representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. And you've experienced this opener, right? Like we've casted ByuN together recently? Question mark?
Oh, when you said you've experienced this opener, I thought you meant if I've had this happen to me. And I'm like, no, I do not touch Zerg, you know? Maybe if I did, I wouldn't have a 38% win rate. But ByuN, we've casted this before. ByuN has pretty much consistently been going for this low ground double racks build in TVZ for the past couple of months. It was one of my favorite things, seeing people watch this for the first time.
Yeah.
When when ByuN whipped it out in some of the premier tournaments. I don't think he did in GSL, but he did in ESL Masters.
Yeah, he did. He did as who is it? No.
Oh, is it me?
No.
TKO Altar.
Feels bad, man. That is the French caster, and unfortunately this has become a regular occurrence for the past couple of weeks. It's only been a couple of weeks. TKL, his stream is fine. His connection to the internet is fine. It's just his connection to Battle.net. Yeah,
it's a really weird thing about trying to access the KR server from EU or from Canada, or actually from NA in general, but I don't know.
Yeah. This for in ESL Open Cup Americas yesterday, both it was Biomorph and was it Mapu? No, it was Biomorph and Rocklets, the Portuguese caster. They both got timed out at the same time like this. It's smooch.
Yeah. Very smooch, to say the least.
So it is something that's just been happening with the Korean server recently. I don't know why, but thankfully it hasn't affected Southeast Asia or Oceania. Like, we've been perfectly fine when it comes to our connection to the Korean server, but specifically the routing
we've been fine.
So far. Specifically the routing to NA and the routing to EU has been really shaky. And this has become a very common occurrence now in these online tournaments, which is a really big shame.
How's it for the West Coast stuff? How's it for the West Coast? When I think about it, because
that's a good question. I don't know
where and Rocklet are in the eastern portion of their respective countries.
Yeah, it happened to Steadfast. I don't know where in Canada he is, to be fair.
Oh, but, true.
Yeah, it does happen to him as well.
He's close enough to Sal that he can pop in every now and then.
True.
I don't remember where Sal lives, though.
Yeah, smooth. So it feels bad. As we are getting into this, and it looks like ByuN is going to be going for a different variation. It's going to be for a 3 racks. It's his 2 racks opener into a 3rd CC. My god, this is so greedy, by the way. Oh my god.
Yep. I haven't seen ByuN do this too many times, but the last time I did, it pretty much blew up in his face.
Yeah, it's basically a 3cc 2-on-1 follow-up here. Very unique, but this is what I love out of ByuN, is that his 2 racks, there are so many different variations, there are so many different follow-ups. You can go all in behind this, you can go for a 3rd racks, you can go for a 4th racks, you can go for 2-on-1, and here he's showing us that he can even go for a 3cc 2-on-1.
Yeah. Which I guess, I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, I guess you might as well do it on a map like New Humanity. You know, it's a very short map. You do have a couple of defensive positions here that you can take. And ByuN, you know, because he did scout that Dark is getting his own 3rd base. He didn't take the forward hatch or anything like that. He knows that Dark is going to be playing a bit more macro, a bit more economic as well. So he should be able to get away with this.
Yeah, and it looks like he will, and he's basically playing with the reputation that he has, basically, because it's so common for ByuN to follow this up with a 4-axe. What he's doing right now is very unorthodox, even for ByuN. So because of that, Dark is expecting aggression. He's expecting his opponent to be in his face, so he's going to be allowing ByuN to get away with this faster 3rd CC, even though like a Bane Bust or a Roach Rush would have killed him straight up.
Yeah, 100%. He is playing himself. Oh, no, he is. What do you say? No. What did you say there? He's playing with his reputation. There you go.
Yeah, he's playing with himself. Oh, God. Yaku, I need you to calm down, okay? Oh, God. He's also playing one-handed.
Addendum.
He doesn't need that second hand to play, Papi. He's doing something else.
Oh, no.
As we are getting into this, 4th base is on the way. Dark cutting workers very early on, by the way. And this is what I mean. I'm pretty sure Dark assumed, like, he's going for the 4-axe response. He's cutting workers at 41.
Yeah,
he's massing Lings right now. And there's nothing for the Lings to really do.
Yeah, he is expecting aggression. And once again, credit to ByuN for faking out aggression with that little move out with those Marines. Once again, he's just getting into Dark's head here. He's making Dark way more paranoid than he needs to be.
Yeah, exactly. And now he has to make use of all these Lings. He does have double Evo chambers behind this to at least work on some of those upgrades of Lings. There are a lot of them. It looks like he wants to try to catch ByuN out on the map.
Yeah, and ByuN is about to get surrounded with every single one of these Marines. He does get to a little bit of a choke point here, and it's working out pretty well. A lot of drone drilling is involved, but it is not going to be enough. GG is called, and Dark is going to bring us to the ace match. ByuN played with his reputation a little bit too much there.
GG, well played. The mass Ling completely catches ByuN off guard. Not just that, but it catches him out on the map. If ByuN was behind his wall, he would have been perfectly fine, to be honest. If he was behind his depots, he would have been able to hold on. There was no Baneling Nest. There was no way for Dark to even bust into the natural. But ByuN was caught with his pants down. And we got an ace match.
Yeah. Congratulations. Played yourself.
Not like this. Not like this, as we do have that game number 3 before us, and game 3 is going to be taking place on Royal Blood.
Okay, very different map here than New Humanity. Do you remember what the first map was?
Grasvan.
Grasvan. Oh, we're getting a lot of variety here in this here series.
Yeah, a lot of variety here, like going for large maps to small maps to, right down the middle as well. And yeah, I mean, I think we both know that ByuN is going to be going for another 2 racks opener on the low ground, but I don't expect him to be going for a fast 3rd CC again. Again, that's just a really risky, really greedy move to go for, and the stars need to align if you want to be able to get away with it.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, the stars were just wonky. I'm not sure where I was going to that. But yeah, I mean, the stars were somewhat aligned there, and in his favor. He was really able to play with his reputation and really get into Dark's head, really force Dark to take a little bit of an inefficient response there. It's just that he did get caught in the middle of the map with all of his Marines. I think if he calmed down a little bit and just stayed by his wall, or behind his wall even, Dark would not have been able to make use of all of those things.
100%. But alas, That did occur, and alas, we are going into the ace match, and here we go, spawning in the top right-hand corner of Royal Blood. We have the South Korean Zerg player representing Dragon KZ Gaming, tying up the series 1-1 in that last game. It is Dark.
And over here in the bottom left-hand corner map, spawning all the way in the bottom left-hand corner, we have our red Terran player coming down from the land of Korea. He is, of course, going to be representing Shopify Rebellion. Old mate Toby, he doesn't give a damn about his reputation. He is ByuN. You know, it's a more safe for work epithet I could give him.
So good, so good. As he is going for his 2-racks opener once again, but now the question becomes, what do we have behind this? Is it going to be another faster TC? Is it going to be a 4-racks? Is it going to be a 2-1-1? What's your money on, Yaku? What do you think?
BCs.
You're an animal. You're an animal. You know, I haven't seen a BC opener in TVZ in like since maybe the start of the year, maybe last year. It's been a while. Been a whole minute.
Yeah, I was gonna refute that and be like, well, Gumiho versus Daryl, but that wasn't quite in the opening, right? It was, he did something else and transitioned to BCs, I think.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
So yeah, outside of like Gumiho or I guess the start of the year, right? Like it's kind of fallen out of fashion.
Yeah. I think maybe Special did it once in WTL, but I don't quite remember.
Yeah, maybe. Oh boy. So yeah, thankfully, you know, that era has come and gone. Thank God.
So our players rejoice, yeah, across the globe.
Yeah, I'm sure Gumiho will whip it out there once again, another premier event. But for the most part, ByuN, he's got a gas behind this. He's going for his CC on the low ground. He's not going for a 3-racks variant, so he's only going to be making 3 of these Reapers. He's going to be vying for map control. Already the first Reapers across the map. He's looking for a drone.
But instead, he finds a couple lings.
Exactly, and does force a cancel but doesn't get any kills yet. Meanwhile, it is going to be a much more aggressive variation here as the 3rd racks is thrown down.
I guess this does make sense on a map like Royal Blood.
Oh, and I love this! Dark goes for the scout, but he doesn't check the natural. He doesn't see the 3rd racks on the way, soon to be a 4th racks as well. Despite the Overlord scout, Dark is still in the dark.
I get it.
Yeah.
As meanwhile, ByuN is doing everything he can just to be as annoying as possible here, really. Just really make sure that Dark can't really get into his own tempo. He can't drone up as comfortably as he would like to. Yeah,
and ByuN actually doesn't throw down the 4th racks, by the way. He's staying on only 3. He's still working towards Stim and the... and of course, eventually combat shields as well, don't get me wrong. But yeah, this is a much more tame variation from ByuN, a little bit less committed. It is hidden, of course, and because it's hidden, maybe he can do that much more damage as the Reapers do dive into that natural base once again. They do manage to get 1 drone, but only 1.
Yeah, but you know what? They all live. Oh! Okay, they all live. It's not a Queen creep ever so closer to that really low Reaper. It has Death Wish.
Really does. ByuN has to be very careful, but alas, the Reapers do stay alive. He's just shocking between the bases, trying to pick off whatever he can, but Dark is able to get his 3rd up and running, drone up as well, and he's going to be in a pretty good position here. But again, Dark doesn't exactly know what ByuN is up to, as we are just banking up these Marines here in the natural.
Yeah, no factory just yet, no 3rd CC either. He's just spending all of his money on Marines and nothing else. Well, Marines, Stim, Combat Shield.
Yeah, and this could definitely do a lot of damage, especially if Dark drones up too much. But it looks like that he's making a wave of lings. He checks, he confirms the Marine count as well, so he's aware that a push is coming.
And just like that, Dark is already prepared to defend against this. That's 24 lings on the way. ByuN is going to need some more than good positioning to be able to pull this off.
Yeah, exactly, as we do get us around on one of those Reapers. Bearing in mind that ByuN is transitioning behind this. Again, it was only a 3-rax, not a 4-rax, so ByuN doesn't have to do damage with this. That's the difference here. Typically a 4-rax, you have to commit and you have to get a base or trade with the army. There's a lot less pressure on ByuN this time, so he's okay just poking and prodding, and he doesn't have to go all the way in. I think it would be a mistake if he does dive too far into creep.
Yeah, so thankfully he does pull away, like so. Yeah, like you said, this is just a way for ByuN to establish a presence on the map and make sure that Dark stays on his own side.
And once again, he's forcing a big reaction, but Dark, he wants to surround. It looks like he is going to get it. Good stutter stepping from ByuN, but he still is going to lose everything.
He is going to lose everything. He trades all right. That KDA charge actually helps Dark get a fuller surround. But this is still fine for ByuN. He has a wall back home, and yeah, there are no banelings, so these Zerglings shouldn't be able to accomplish too much aside from just containing ByuN on 2 bases.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that ByuN lost so much across the map. Looking at the Unisol step here, 18 Marines did go down, and ideally he wanted to save them. Like, again, he didn't intend to push in, but ideally go back home and preserve that count and go for a bit of a later push, kind of like what we saw from Cure, right, in his TVP against Showtime, where he preserves his 3-rax Marines and he goes for some drop play later on. But last ByuN, his drop play is going to be that much weaker now as a result.
He's still going across the map with some Marines.
He's gonna get, oh god, okay, thankfully this time he doesn't get surrounded. This time he does have enough Marines to force back Dark, and now the medevacs are going to be joining up with this force so we can be a little bit more active.
Yeah, even going to be bringing a tank here for extra value, or for extra, zoning. There we go.
Yeah, we throw down 2 more Raxes, by the way. We're going for a 2-base all-in. There is no 3rd CC. This initial push here by ByuN is kind of scary, but we are looking to reinforce very heavily here as well. Dark just needs to hold on. He has to be careful to lose too much here before the big fight.
Yeah, Baneling's just finished up here for Dark. But he still needs to buy a little bit of time before, he has enough Banelings to really contend with this. And even then, they're going to be slow Banes.
Yeah, exactly. Slow Banes are on the way. ByuN going for a jump into the main base, but yeah, we are going to be able to deflect this. Dark is getting ready for a surround as well. And again, ByuN goes for a 3rd base, but this is a very late 3rd.
Oh. Yeah, goes for a 3rd base. Also goes for Liberators, which is interesting, but I can understand the logic, right? You need the Liberators to protect the tanks.
Yeah, it just goes to show how aggressive he wants to be. And here we go. The Lingbane rolls on in. Good split here from Dark. He's going to be avoiding those tank shots, but this is a really efficient trade for ByuN.
Yeah, he is still able to target down the Banelings to the best of his ability. A little bit of friendly fire there will help Dark, but in the end, Dark chases us back. He doesn't get punished for taking his 4th? Yeah, 4th base. There we go.
Yeah, 4th base is going to be taken. Meanwhile, ByuN still trying to be active here with this double drop on the left-hand side, but this isn't enough damage for ByuN, I think. Like, he still needed more, especially because of how delayed the 3rd base is. And here we go. He's going for that another push, this time with those Liberators you were mentioning earlier.
Yeah, we'll see if that's going to be enough here. His Marine count definitely got thinned out a ton. He only has 2 tanks to work with as well. He needs to consolidate all of his forces together if he wants to really make a splash here.
Exactly. And Dark has to respect this army. He has to be very careful with how he engages. But 1-1 is done. 2-2's on the way. We have 40 more Lings in production, and Dark is setting up another massive surround.
Yeah, surround. He's going to try to counterattack before he gets that done. Oh, this is a little unfortunate for Dark, though, losing a lot of Lings for not a lot of Marines.
Yeah, exactly. The choke point was insane, but he's still setting up that surround. The tank does unsiege as ByuN keeps on pushing forward into Dark.
Yeah, great target firing on top of those Banelings, and every single Ling is going to go down to the Stimp Marines. Where the hell are the Liberators?
Wow, Liberators. They're harassing in the main base instead, and ByuN, he's able to take the fight of his life. He somehow makes it through, and there just aren't enough Banelings.
I'll tell you how he made it through. Target firing.
Yeah.
Now the Liberators are here to protect the Marines, funnily enough. Hot pickup, and this is a Venn diagram of liberation zones you do not want your Lings to be at. GG is called, and ByuN is able to take that series 2-1, will be your first finalist for the evening. That was intense. 48 SCVs. That's all you need.
GG, well played. I mean, ByuN was pretty all in with that. The pressure was on him to make that push work. And as you mentioned, the target firing or the lack of a pre-split from Dark really did work against him. I had a really hard time holding on, despite, I think, having a lot of potential with that surround. I assumed that Dark would be able to clean it up, but no. ByuN got out of control.
Yeah. Yeah, I was definitely questioning that third base towards the end there.
You're like, mate, just pull the boys.
That's it, yeah. Just pull the boys, yeah.
Yeah,
I realize I don't have much. I don't have much more of a point beyond that. It's just like, yeah, honestly, ByuN, he was prepping for a bit of a later game if need be, but I don't think he really needed to. Like you said, he was very much all in on those two bases. But you know, it's nice to see that despite getting a third base, he was still able to pull that off. You know, those liberators actually made a huge difference. They distracted the queens a lot, and then later down the line, even after the tanks went down, they were able to protect the marines and create kind of a, funnily enough, a weird zone where they could be where they could be picked up hotly by the medevacs.
Damn. They're just hot, mate. That's all you gotta know.
Yeah.
Okay, Buffy. Fair enough. Oh god, as yeah, really well executed there by ByuN. I think what's important is that I think once again today ByuN shows even more variation with his opener, because I haven't seen either of game 2 or game 3 either of those follow-ups before from ByuN. Game 2, if you remember, he went for that really greedy fast third CC. Game 3, he essentially went for a 3 racks follow-up into a 2 base all-in. Again, something that ByuN hasn't really done before. So he's definitely experimenting. He's been experimenting. Yep. He's been putting in the work, and yeah, once again, he's just so unpredictable. It's so difficult to kind of read when it's safe to drone, when it isn't safe to drone.
I've seen both of those variations. I just don't remember them.
Okay. Oh god, so GG, very well done there by ByuN. With that, that is the end of Zerg. Dark was the Zerg representative here in the semifinals, and he's eliminated from, or say eliminated from the tournament. He's going to be relegated to that bronze match, that third place match, where he's going to be facing off against the loser of this series, against the loser of Max Pax and Cure.